Today I'm gonna talk about cardiac insufficiency. It is quite complicated and much more difficult to explain than the last video, atherosclerosis. That's just a common and easy symptom in pathology subject, but this video will show you the details and the whole process of working and broken heart in a new way. So let's just throw these professional textbooks away and think about this theory originally. And actually we can recognize our baby heart as a working machine which unconditionally keep fighting from the beginning to the end of our lifetime. Well, look at this picture. This machine, the gears engage with each other and push each other to achieve the overall operation. If one gear is broken, then the other gears will work hard and trying to offset the work of the broken gear. And if the machine itself is good, like the quality or power is nice, then probably nothing worse will happen. But we need to know why one gear was broken, what's the reason, and what if the machine itself doesn't have good quality, like it can be broken, the back area expands and finally whole machine can't work. So we need to clear that what push those gears work continuously. One gear is working, how is that work? And what can cause gear break? And what is the reflection of it? And as for a human being, what is the body symptom when there is a damage to cardiomyocyte? As I mentioned before, I can't use real pictures of each body organ because I haven't graduated yet. Social media will regard me as non-professional people to mislead people and exaggerate the truth. So let's just see this tomato. I have signed each structure so you can see everything clearly here. This part is atrium. This part is ventricle. This part is aorta. Cardiac insufficiency means the final body symptoms are decreased cardiac output and venous congestion. Ventricular pumping volume decreases will cause decreased cardiac output, and the filling function decreases will cause venous congestion. Well, in the other words, ventricular pumping volume decreases means ventricle can't inject too much blood to support each organ of our body part. And the filling function decreases means there is no more place to store the blood. And finally, the cardiomyocytes damage, it can also cause cardiac insufficiency. Then I'm gonna explain some compensatory mechanism. Or we can go back to the last example. If only one gear is broken, then how to offset the work? The first one is sympathetic adrenal medullary system. When cardiac output decreases, it will stimulate this system. Then the catecholamine in the blood will be increased. Sympathetic nerve will stimulate some receptors so that the heart rate will increase and blood pressure will rise. So we can also say this is beneficial to decrease the cardiac output. The second compensatory mechanism is the renin-angiotensin or aldosterone system. In this system, angiotensin 2 is quite important because it can increase the burden on the ventricles and it can also change cardiomyocytes itself. Aldosterone can maintain the cardiac output, but it will cause ventricular fibrosis. Well, how do cardiomyocytes change? Heart will beat fast, volume will be increased, and the myocardial contractility will be increased. These changes are in a function way. As for the structure, it will cause ventricular remodeling. The first type is concentric hypertrophy. You can compare it to the normal type, and you can easily find reduced ventricular volume. This symptom is to overcome too much pressure. The second type is eccentric hypertrophy. This symptom is to overcome volume load, and increased ventricular volume is to store more and more blood. Back to the front page, as we know, decreased cardiac output and venous congestion is the two symptoms of cardiac insufficiency. And let me talk more about venous congestion. As we know, venous blood from systemic circulation flows to the right atrium. If right side of the heart is broken, blood can't go back to the atrium and there will be congestion nearby body organs. There will be liver damage, digestion system damage. You'll also find edema nearby your hands and feet. Engorged neck vein is also one of the obvious symptoms. Blood from pulmonary circulation flows to the left atrium. If left side of the heart is broken, blood can't go back and there will be congestion nearby lungs, which will make you feel difficult to breathe. And one more thing, if you want to avoid those terrible diseases, then just develop good habits. Sleep well, eat well, keep a good balance between work and exercise. That's all for this video. See you. Bye.